Good Friday morning, 7th grade class. I hope you guys are doing great. I really miss you, seeing you in person. But we're going to jump in with a new lesson. So we are now on 10.4. So this lesson is called Descriptive Measures. And it should be review for most of you, I think. I'm also teaching this in the 8th grade. So if you understand this, you're going to be well on your way for what's ahead. So let's say that they give us a group of numbers. So if you want to follow along, I'm on page 445. So if you want to follow along, let's say they give us number 85, 90, 81, 90 again, 85, 85, 86, 81, and 88. There's different things that we can do with this list of numbers. One of the first things we can do is find the range. Okay, and the way we find the range, is we take the biggest number, and then we subtract from the biggest number, we subtract the smallest number. Okay, the biggest number in this set of numbers here, if you can count, see which one is the biggest, that would be 90. This 90 right here is the biggest. Which one is the smallest? Well, that would be the 81. Okay, so you have the 90 here is the biggest number, and 81 is the smallest. And I'm outside, and so if you can hear my dog, he wants to be a part of the video. I'm sorry, he can't see him, but he's very happily rolling in the grass. Anyways, the biggest number here is 90. Smallest number is 81. So that means that the range of this problem is 90 minus 81, which you can do in your head, likely. That is 9. So the range of that set of numbers is 9. Now, another thing we can do with these numbers is we can make what's called a frequency table. Okay, so let me undo that and erase. So with these same numbers, we can make a little table. What we do is we put the scores on the left-hand side, the score, and then, let me undo that line, really crooked. Put the scores on one side, then we put the tally, which is the number of them, and then we do the frequency, which is where we write the tally in a numerical form. This is going to be very easy to see. So we take our lowest score first, which is 81. It doesn't matter that there's two of them. We only put it once. Then we go up to our next biggest one, which is 85. Then our next biggest, which is 86. Then 88. And then 90. Okay, I hope you see where I got those right. I just chose each one. There's 85, 90, 86, and 88. So how many are 81? Well, there's one here and one here. So we do two little tick marks. That's a tally. So there's two of them, which we rewrite over here as frequency as a 2. We say 85. How many are there? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 85s. So we put 1, 2, 3 tick marks, and we rewrite that with a numerical value of 3. Then we look at 86. There's just one of them. We have 1 tick mark. There's 1 88. So we just put 1. And there are 1, 2 90s. Okay, so we write this 1, 1, and 2. Now, that's a frequency table. That tells us a lot about this distribution. It tells us a lot about these numbers and what they mean. So one thing that we'll want to do is we'll want to add up how many there are total. How would we do that? Well, we just add up this column right here. So 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 2 is 9. So the total frequency is 9. So in the homework, there'll be questions. They'll ask how many, and all you do is you add up the frequency total on this side. Okay, so we did range with those numbers. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to clear this canvas and start over with those same numbers. With those same numbers, we are going to do other measures, one of them called mode, one called mean or average, one, and then the last one, which we already did, is called the range. Okay, so 86, 88, and 81. So what I do with these numbers right here to find the mode is I look and see which one occurs the most. Okay, which one of these occurs the most? Well, there's 2 90s and there's 2 81s. So there's 2 of these kind and 2 90s. But look at this. There's 1, 2, 3 85. So the mode in this problem is 85. Now you could have seen that from frequency chart we did just a few pages ago, and you would have realized that it was the only one that had 1, 2, 3 tally marks, right? It had 3 times. So therefore the mode is 85. Okay, so there's how to find the range and how to find the mode. Now the other part of this lesson is finding the mean. Okay, now that just sounds angry, but it's actually not. It's just the average. So what we do when we are looking for the mean is we simply add all the numbers. Okay, add all the numbers, and then we divide that by the total number of the data. Okay, so what we do in this problem is we add them and then divide by the total number. Okay, so I'm going to do this on my calculator, so if you need to write that down, go ahead and do that, or pause the video. I'm going to clear this canvas and go ahead and use those same numbers to show you how we find the mean. Okay, so by those numbers, there are, how many did we say? We said the total frequency. The total frequency of them is 9. So the total is 9. That means whatever we have added up is going to be divided by 9, right? This is the total number. So what's on the top here is all of them added together. So I'm going to punch in my calculator. We had 85 first, plus 90, plus 81, plus 90 again, plus 85, plus 85, plus 86, plus 81, plus 88. Okay, if you want to follow along, go ahead and do that on your calculator too. All of that equals 771. So now to find the mean, all I need to do is take 771 divided by 9, punch that in the calculator, and I get 85.667. Okay, it rounds up to that 85.667. That's the mean. It's just the average. So hopefully you've solved something like this before. I think we've done different things like this. It's just not been with this many numbers. Okay, so that's the mean, which leaves one more thing for us to learn, and that is the median. So we're going to go ahead and write this down. Median is the middle score. Okay, median is the middle score, or the average of the two middle scores. Okay, so sometimes when we have an even number, the median is going to be, could be a decimal, likely, or if it's an odd number, it's going to be whatever score is in the middle. Okay, so using those same set of numbers, what we have to do first to find it is we have to reorder them. Okay, so if you look with me on page 445, okay, so look with me, I'm not going to write it all out, I'm going to trust that you're looking at it. Page 445, we're going to write these in order. Okay, we have 81 first, but we have two of them, so we have 81, 81, then we have three 85s, 85, 85, 85, then we have 186, 188, and two 90s. Okay, the first step here was to rewrite this in order, okay? So that's what I did. Now I go from either end, and I start counting, okay? There were 9 total, remember that, 9 total. That's an odd number, so I divide that by 2, and I get 4.5. So that means I need to go 4 places on each side. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody see that? I got 4.5, so I went 4 spaces. And then on this side, I go 1, 2, 3, 4. I went 4 spaces. You see which term is left in the middle? 85. So our median in this problem equals 85. Now, if this had been an odd number, okay, let me erase this, and I'm just going to add one number just to show you how this would have been different. Okay, I'm going to do everything the same that I just did, change one thing. So we have 81, 81, 85, 85, 85, 86, 88, 90, 90. Now let's say that this time they'd given us, and it had 91. Now the total isn't 9, the total is actually 10. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. So that means I need to go 5 from each end. I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I go 5 from this end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh, there's nothing in the middle. This would be the middle one, but there's no number there. So what you see here is these two. Those are the two middle scores, 85 and 86. The way we find the median is we take those two. So let me erase all the other ones here so I have some space. Erase all the other ones. We do 85 plus 86 divided by 2. That's all we have to do. And when we do that, we get 171 divided by 2, which then equals 85.5. And that would be our median. Okay, so when it's an even number, you see that we get either a fraction or whatever we have to do. We have to take this and divide by 2. We have to add them together and divide by 2. Okay, that's pretty much all of the homework. I hope that makes sense in that illustration and this lesson online. So if you are confused, please reach out to me with an email or shoot me a text if you have my number, whatever works for you. So the homework for this is on page 447. Okay, this is 10.4. We are going to do numbers 1 through 14 all. Okay, then we're going to do numbers 20 through 24 all. And then lastly, we're going to do 33 through 39 all. Okay, so that's our homework, going to be due Monday. Depending on how hard it is for people, we may try and push it back and do another lesson on this for Tuesday. But that's what we're going to start with. We're going to shoot for doing that by Monday. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday, and good luck. So let me know if you have any questions or any problems. Thank you. Mr. H is out.